President Rodrigo Duterte threatens to stop Facebook in the Philippines after it took down a network linked to the police and the military.
Facebook, listen to me. We allow you to operate here, hoping that you could help us also. Now, if government cannot espouse or advocate something which is good for the good of the people, then what is your purpose here in my country?
Duterte slams the platform in a recorded speech aired Monday, September 28. He also accuses Facebook of helping and encouraging communists by blocking the government's efforts.
You cannot lay down a policy for my government. I allow you to operate here. You cannot bar or prevent me from espousing the objectives of government.
Facebook, in a report, explained the busted network consisted of several clusters of connected activity that relied on fake accounts to evade enforcement, post content, comment, and manage pages. The police and military earlier claimed they had no hand in the busted accounts and in spreading disinformation. But so far, at least 2 soldiers and a military captain were found to have managed the accounts related to the propaganda campaign of the military against activists and legal groups. Metro Manila and other areas will remain under General Community Quarantine or GCQ until October 31. In a televised briefing on Monday, September 28, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III announces, aside from Metro Manila, the following areas will also be under GCQ starting October 1. Lanao del Sur, including Marawi City, will remain under Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine or MECQ. The rest of the country, meantime, will be under Modified General Community Quarantine or MGCQ, the least restrictive quarantine status. In Cebu City, supermarkets will soon have safety officers to enforce proper wearing of masks and face shields among customers. As of Monday, the coronavirus cases in Cebu City is nearing 10,000 with almost 700 deaths. Baguio City records 68 new COVID-19 cases on Monday, its biggest spike in a single day. 56 of these new cases are police trainees assigned to check on tourists. Despite the rising cases, Baguio City and other 4 provinces in the Ilocos region will be reopened to tourists on October 1. So far, Baguio has 373 active cases as of September 28. Batanes, meantime, is no longer virus-free as it logs its first COVID-19 case on Monday. The asymptomatic patient is a locally stranded individual who returned to the province on September 22. The patient is now isolated in a Batanes resort and is closely being monitored. The World Bank on Tuesday, September 29, says the Philippines' economic recovery will be much slower than the other countries in East Asia and the Pacific. The report estimates the Philippine economy will shrink by 6.9% in 2020 and may sink by as much as 9.9%. The country is expected to recover to 5.3% growth in 2021 and 5.6% in 2022, assuming that the health crisis would not lead to further lockdowns. As of September 29, the Philippines has the worst COVID-19 outbreak in Southeast Asia. The House Minority Bloc demands the head of Presidential Communications Under Secretary Lorainne Badoy over her relentless and malicious red tagging of progressive Makabayan lawmakers. The House Minority in a manifesto says Badoy is at the forefront of PCOO using taxpayers' money to, quote, peddle fake news, disinformation, and attacks on critics and the opposition in an attempt to curtail dissent. The lawmakers demand 3 things: that the Presidential Communications Operations Office or PCOO and its officials remove all their social media posts that disrespect and slander House members, that the agency issue a public apology for this grave misconduct, and that Badoy be fired from PCOO. The House on Tuesday, September 29, deferred the plenary debates on the proposed budget of the PCOO again because of Badoy's red tagging. Minority Leader Benny Abante once again demands that Badoy take down her posts attacking the progressive lawmakers.
If indeed, in a very honest way, there is truth to the statement of Yusik Badoy, I would like to request of her not to use the court of public opinion and make it a trial of publicity.
Badoy says she is willing to remove the posts, but only if all members of the House sign a document saying they are against all forms of armed conflict. She also stands by her posts against the Makabayan bloc, saying these posts reflect the official stand of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, of which she is also spokesperson. Not satisfied with Badoy's remarks, Abante formally moves to defer the plenary proceedings on the agency's budget, and the House agrees. Several posts online claim money transfer app GCash will start charging service fees for transactions on October 1. The posts allege 0% to 2% service fees will be charged for transactions using Send Money or GCash to GCash. It also claims there will be an 84 pesos to 125 pesos charge for all bank transfers, and the fees will be deducted from the receiver. These claims are false. GCash clarifies Sunday, September 26, it is not implementing fees for their Send Money feature, and GCash to bank transfers will only have a 15 pesos transaction fee starting October 1. The company also says the fees will be charged from the sender, not the receiver. GCash lists other services that will remain free of charge: international remittance, buy load, pay bills, pay QR, shop online, and request money, among others. Meantime, services that will charge fees include cashing in, over-the-counter, and cash-out withdrawals.